Hi, welcome to the MyFESTUS.com conversation show, an encouraging, entertaining, and educational podcast for those who live, work, and play in the Festus, Missouri, and Jefferson County area, and for those who value communication, connection, and community wherever you live. Hi, I'm Sara, your host, a Wisconsin girl who is learning all about living in Missouri. Join me as I share fun conversations with local people and share my own reflections on navigating so many transitions. Thank you for making listening an itty-bitty habit to create a big impact in your life. Enjoy. Welcome to the MyFESTUS.com conversation show. Today, I have the honor, we all have the honor of spending some time with Donna Litton and Ben Brown. Thank you for joining us in our podcast studio. I want to have everybody get to know you, and I thought the best way for them to get to know you is to understand when you guys are out and about. You guys go to a lot of places, we'll talk about this, but you spend a lot of time in a vehicle together. And I want to know, what kind of music are you listening to when you're in a vehicle together? Like, what is the vibe and energy when you guys are in a car or your truck or your space? Like, are you belting out to Celine Dion? Are you rapping to the Beastie Boys? Like, tell us about the music in the vehicle.
Can I go first?
Absolutely.
Please.
So typically I'm the one driving.
Okay.
Unless we're going way north, and then we take my car, but Ben drives.
Okay.
But I'm just going to say this. Ben's a talker, so there is typically no music going, because if you have music going, he just talks louder and louder over the music.
Gotcha. All right.
So that would be my answer.
With the exception of when you start the vehicle up, because if you're there before Donna arrives to work, you can hear her from about a mile away. And
like with the bass, that kind of thing?
Oh, it's pretty deep, yes. And
a loud. All right.
so she also forgets to turn that down. So if you're the passenger and you get in the car whenever she starts it up, be prepared. Because every time for a year now, every single time, and I'm never prepared. And it's always...
Oh, okay. So what is the music that you've got going on?
I just have my own Amazon download.
Okay.
I've got oldies, I've got Christian music, I've got country music.
Okay, so you like a little variety.
And my volume goes to 30, and it's on 30.
Okay.
And it's always a great playlist, though. It never disappoints.
Do you listen to music?
I do.
And what's your music genre of choice?
You know, I listen to all kinds, actually. And right now, I would say it's probably at work, in my office. If I have the radio on in the background, it is 70s, 80s, and 90s.
All right.
With a little bit of contemporary.
Okay.
Most of it is rock, a little bit of country.
Okay.
I do enjoy blues, jazz, classical.
So we have a wide variety of different music genres that you like. All right.
Yeah.
I like it. I always think that's a fun way to get to know people. And for people who do not know each of you, you work together. And you work together now. You've been working together for about the last year. And I want to hear about that. But then you guys also have a history that goes way back. How have you two known each other?
Wow. So we're going to tell my age for sure. So we worked together at Eagle Bank. We worked at the Arnold location at Eagle Bank. And I started in 2000. And so we worked 2000 until 2005.
Yeah, at the same location.
Same location together. And at that time, actually, Ben was the branch manager. So and I was the assistant branch manager.
So both financial banking backgrounds.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Ben was always the leader in Shenanigans.
Yeah.
So
that's why I brought them on, people. We like the Shenanigans.
We had a treasure chest that had cute little toys for the young eagles. So when their birthday came, they would get a postcard that says, "Come by the bank and pick your treasure."
Nice.
Out of the treasure chest. So when we would get new toys for the treasure chest, Ben would say, "Let me see those first," and he would go to the treasure chest and pick out one or two toys and put in his desk drawer. and we sat across the lobby from each other, and my phone would ring, and I would pick it up, and I would see Ben on the other side of the lobby, straight across from me, and he'd have little toy binoculars looking at me, and he'd be going, waving at me across the lobby, and then he'd say, "Come on over." So I would go over, and we would chit-chat.
Always work related though, right? It was strategy sessions.
Yes,
That was
that's what they were.
strategy sessions.
Right. Yes. Yeah. So although he was my boss, my manager, he was a good manager. I learned a lot from him. Yeah.
Good time.
Yeah, we did. We
So
worked well together.
oddly enough, then it took them 5 years to say, you know what, these two really would be more productive if they worked at separate branches. So they decided to.
Binoculars and the treasure chest was not helping
It's not.
the bank bring some more money in. Right. Okay.
So they decided to move me over to another branch. So that is very common to have managers move into other locations. And I remember the day that I asked Donna to come over. I don't know if I used the binoculars or not, but I said, "Hey, I need to talk to you for a second." So she came over and I said, "Hey, so I'm gonna get transferred over to another location." She said, "No. They're breaking us up. You can't do that. No, I don't want that to happen. No, what are we going to do? No." And maybe it wasn't that dramatic, but
Probably was.
it was.
Yeah.
But she said, I said, "Well, you're going to be the manager." She goes, "Oh, okay. See ya."
Nice.
Let me help you box up your things. You want to do it today?
I love it. But you guys always seem to connect, right?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so fast forward for everyone. About a year ago, somewhere in 2023, even though you had stayed in touch all of these years, tell us what happened to bring you guys back together in a working relationship.
So, do you want me to tell the story?
I do.
It's all about stories.
So, I was hired at the EDC office.
And can you tell everyone what the EDC is?
So the EDC is the Economic Development Corporation of Jefferson County.
Okay.
It was formed in 1976.
79.
And so the goal of the economic development is to bring business to Jefferson County. We help businesses expand, startup businesses. We have our 504 SBA lending department, which Ben is in charge of, and that is what helps businesses if they need financing assistance. And then myself, we have partners, Greater St. Louis and Missouri Partnership. So they send what we call projects to us, and those are companies that are looking to either expand or relocate into Jefferson County.
Gotcha.
And I work on site selections for those businesses. So I was hired in March, I think, of 2023, and one of the goals was to hire someone that had SBA lending background, and I already had Ben in my mind. And so
those binoculars really made a difference for her.
He made an impact. Yeah. And so had a number of conversations and brought Ben in to interview before the board, and he passed the test. And so here we are working together again. So
I love it. And what drew you into, obviously you wanted to work with Donna again, but what was it about this position that made you decide, yeah, I want to get on board to do what they're doing?
I feel like, Donna had been there for about a month or so, and when she approached, and there were a particular set of challenges and opportunities that she was talking about. So when we relocated back into the area, Jefferson County was in the forefront of where we knew we wanted to live, to be closer to family, and so born and raised here and know the area very well.
Yeah.
I have a stake here in Jefferson County. I want to see it succeed. So
Sure.
when we started talking about that and I was familiar with the EDC from our banking days and having worked with them specifically on SBA projects.
Sure.
it was presented with here's where we think there are opportunities. It just became an exciting conversation. It was less of an interview and a test and more of a round table of great ideas and putting things out and really starting to draw out a roadmap of where we could take the EDC with my focus on small business.
Yes.
And that's it, generating excitement about that and using skills that I've obtained for the last years. That really it was just it was something that I think brought me back to the area.
Okay.
Even though I was already back.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
So it was kind of like
somehow it reconnected you with you and what you were doing.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And you're also Jefferson County through and through, born and raised here.
Born and raised Jefferson County. Worked in the banking industry for all of my adult life, really. And so, through that, through the banking, I became involved with a lot of organizations, chambers, the Rotary, Backstoppers, Jefferson County Community Partnership, the Growth Association, all these organizations. And initially when Mark Murray asked me to join a referral group, I was like, oh, sweet Jesus, are you kidding me? A meeting on a regular basis, and I was really rolling my eyes at it. And I gotta say that joining that, it was called Professionals Referring Professionals. Wally Leinberger still has that referral group going. Joining that and the chambers, the next thing I know, I love all of it. People will ask me, you spend a lot of time at meetings. How do you do? I love it. I absolutely love it. I love the interaction with people. You meet new people, contacts. When somebody, is in the need of a plumber or an electrician, they'll say, Donna, do you know someone?
Yes.
Well, coincidentally, I have a guy, So I love what I do.
And I feel like both of you are very in tune with relationships and building relationships and being able to connect people with like the right fit. Do you agree with that? That's part of your goal, is to be able to have a quality referral, to know someone and to be able to connect them, as well as
absolutely.
You guys are all about referring people to resources and tools and things like that. So would you say you're connectors?
I do. I think one of the things that makes us successful at being connectors is recognizing other conditions. It's not just about, putting one person with another person. Yes. It's about making sure that there's a right fit, that there's a lot of that there is like a true connectivity, and that they will approach each other on the same page and or with the same goals. And so that they're not just empty connections.
Exactly.
It's about a respect for what it is the request is and who can help fulfill that.
Absolutely. Yeah. And so both of you guys, and with the EDC, your goal is building community, right? Building community throughout Jefferson County. Would you say that's the overall mission and vision, is to have this community be positive, thriving?
It is.
Yes.
And community means a lot to it depends on whether you're talking at an organizational level or at a social level or personal. And it's about having the same, general path of empowerment and betterment for the community so that it does grow and thrive. And that's a whole show in and of itself.
With this, what do you guys think community is? And that's kind of what you were just talking about.
Wow, and you looked at me for that.
Well, it's so we have the tagline with Growth Association, Jefferson County Growth Association, live, work, play in Jefferson County. So it sounds like words coming out of my mouth, but literally Jefferson County is the place to live, work, play, shop, To me, as a lifelong Jefferson County resident, you can't go wrong in Jefferson County.
And I think
I
we
believe
both
that.
we both have friends from all over the country, pretty much. And when we do have guests and family and friends that do come in, we want to show them what's available here and what we're so proud of and what we grew up in and where around. Yeah. So I think having a lot of pride, in the area, and what it does have to offer, I think that's what makes us catalysts for the area.
I love it.
So
I love it.
And I just want to say one thing too.
Please.
So we were at a recent event, and I'm going to name drop. Peggy Scott said, "You
Peggy
two,
Scott with the leader.
You two, you're always together. Do you ever get tired of being together?" And we both went, "No." so we are the dynamic duo.
I believe you are the dynamic duo.
Yeah.
And you're the dynamic duo for connections and for community. And I am honored that you spent your time busy schedules, taking time out to be here.
Well, we're happy to be here.
We thank you so much for extending this invitation, because you've done it. It's been a little over a year now since we met, and what you're doing and how it aligns with what we're doing. It's just it's a great connection. So thank you.
And my tagline is to connect people and create community one story at a time. So thank you for helping to share your story of the dynamic duo. And if people want to learn more about the Economic Development Corporation of Jefferson County, if they want to learn more about Donna Litton, Ben Brown, can you tell us just a little bit about where they can find you, how they can get to know you guys more?
So we want to grow with more visibility and channels and in the future. Right now, our website is www.jeffcountymo.org.
Okay.
And that's jeffcountymo.org. And that has a summary of all of the Economic Development Corporation's programs. We're also on Facebook and LinkedIn.
Perfect.
And you'll see a lot of our travels and discoveries and words of encouragement and resources that are available on both of those sites.
Excellent. And so maybe next time you can let us know if you are going to listen in to a certain, song or music genre or something, and play a little bit of that so we can really experience, how you guys travel together.
We'll do that.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Thank you, guys.
Oh,
thank you for tuning in.
Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to listen to this MyFESTUS.com conversation. I hope that you have found some itty-bitty inspiring takeaways to make a big impact in your life. To create an even bigger impact in your life, check out my website, MyFESTUS.com, to explore all the positive people and places you can experience around here, as well as learn about encouraging ways to navigate your own life transitions, no matter where you live. I also send out fun, encouraging emails so you can learn about all the new things and score a must-have deal of the week to save you some money as you support our local businesses. Just click on the subscribe button on the MyFESTUS.com website to sign up. Thank you for making listening an itty-bitty habit to create a big impact in your life.